Chosen ones. Let's talk about your powers. Some of the powers that you have as a chosen one. Some of the gifts that you have as a chosen one. But I want to focus on your some of the powers that you have. Um, have you ever scared look at someone in the eyes and all of a sudden they become nervous, they drop stuff in your presence? That's the power of your eyes. Your gaze has a powerful, you have a powerful eyes, chosen one. Now, not all chosen one can have this, but some of you have this powerful eyes. When you look at people, when you stare at people right in the eyes, they can become nervous. They become to, in your presence, they probably will drop stuff, they become shaky, you know. Um, it has happened to me. I will go to the grocery store, and once I reach the cash register, you know, I know nowadays they have self checkout, but they still have people that check people out. Once I get in the front of that cashier and I look at them, sometimes I look at them in the eyes, they become confused. They become to stumble over their words, you know. And this is how powerful it can become sometimes. It can become powerful. It could be anywhere, not only in the grocery store. It could be anywhere. It could be in you standing in line for something and someone in front of you or in the back of you, um, they're trying to talk to you. Sometimes they won't even be able to look at you in the eyes and stuff like that. And that's how powerful your eyes is. Your eyes, your eyes is chosen one. Some of you guys are very powerful with your gaze. And then there's another one that your words. And sometimes because you don't say much, chosen one. Sometimes you're quiet. Most of the time you're quiet. You don't say much. So the words that come out of you sometimes very powerful because there's something that speak through you, something that's speaking through you, something that's speaking through. Your words can change the environments around you. Your words can change people around you. You know, so like you're going somewhere in a public place, like a public setting, and you try to talk to someone, all of a sudden they become surprised. They get shocked. You can see that look in their face, in their eyes. You can see that look. You know, that'll give because that's how powerful your words are. Your words are very powerful. Some of them might even say, "I like the way you speak." You might get a compliment from them. You say, "I like." They will tell you that they like the way you speak. You know, and you would just, you know, basically you're just carrying on your day. And this is, you're just a regular person like everybody else, but you're powerful within you. You have a very spiritual. You have the very powerful spiritual gifts. Your words can change people from the inside out. When I talk about power, I'm not talking about muscle strength. I'm not talking about the job that you have, your positions that you have. I'm not talking about those things. I'm not talking about anything from the outside. I'm talking about something in the inside of you. That's how powerful you are. And so your words can move people. Your words, you know, you have an emotional intelligence. You're very intelligent when it comes to, you know, your words are very powerful. That's what I meant to say. Your words are very powerful. you know. And so you have a special gift. These gifts are given to special people on earth. You know, you can speak to someone and things within them will begin to change. Within them, not outside of them, within them will begin to change. And this is how powerful your words are. And you can speak to something. You can actually have things happen to you when you speak it out. This is how powerful your words is. You know, I don't know if it happens to anyone else, any other chosen one, but I know there's chosen one here that can speak to the weather. They can speak to the weather. They can speak to the cloud. They can speak to. They can have things change by them just saying it. You know, I notice sometimes me when I'm out, and like, you know, sometimes when I go for my walk. When I go for my walk, and I'm there walking, and then all of a sudden it start to get it start to look dark, like a rain cloud. It start dripping, and sometimes I'll just think about it. Sometimes I'll just say, Lord. Sometimes I'll just say it. I just say, let it not rain now. Hold the rain, and it will happen. And see, this is how powerful our words are. That's why we need to be very careful who we who we and what we say to people. Your words are powerful. You know, your words and your gaze, your eyes, your words, the words that come out of you. It's a power. It comes with a lot of power. It makes things change around you. It makes situation change around you. You know, it turn around things in your favor. Your words. That's how powerful they are. Anyway, thanks for listening today. I see you in the next one.